Mm, yeah. A special smile, a certain touch. I never had a love that I loved so much. When I look back, you're everywhere. Turn the page, you were there. My very best friend, my summer day, my only someone to depend on. When I lost my way, you came and answered my every prayer. Turn the page, you were there.
Hello, my fellow subscribers. How are you guys doing? I am doing well. So this video actually is a response to some questions you guys have posted to me. And first of all, let me just say, I know it's been a while. I missed you guys. It's been a hot mile. It's been a hot minute since I've done a video, and I did a recent video not too long ago, posting to let you guys know that I haven't forgotten about you. So here it is on this beautiful, wonderful Saturday. And have you not noticed like how great the weather's actually getting? Like, thank God, fall has officially arrived. Like, I can't tell you how great the weather feels. How everything just feels like it's just coming together, and it feels great. It feels really good. So with that thought in mind, like, fall's here, woohoo! So yes, but anyway, that is not the sole purpose for um, today's video. Actually, someone that just put a little comment and wanted to know my opinion on what's been going on in the world lately, what's been happening on the news. And for those of you that are not in the know, there's been several suicides that have been going on over the last couple of weeks that have been in the news, like big headlining news. First starting off with a 13-year-old boy that killed himself due to bullying, and then came the 9-year-old boy who also committed suicide as well. And then earlier this week, of course, which were big news on the San Antonio College campus. Well, campuses everywhere, really, but especially was news to us with the shooting that happened at UT Austin. And of course, Austin is not that far away from SAC. Like, okay, well, from San Antonio in general. Austin's probably about a good hour. I know, at least for me, it takes me about a good hour, with good traffic and everything, to get down there to Austin, and get down to the campus and everything. So when that had happened, I was just like, there was a shooting? What? Wait, what? And people looking at me like, you didn't hear anything? I'm like, well, no, I haven't heard anything. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So, that in itself was kind of was initially a shock. I mean, you would think that nowadays in this day and age, that these types of things wouldn't be happening anymore. Or, I don't know really if that's a way to put it, but, you wouldn't, I don't know if you would really expect for something like that. Like, you would hear something about that. But, um, as far as the bullying goes, I think most people in this day and age would think, something like that shouldn't be still happening. Like, do people still bully you now because of the fact that you're gay or you're perceived to be gay? I think that in the case of those little boys, and certainly with the guy who just recently jumped off the bridge not too long ago, Rutgers, or however you pronounce that, um, for the fact that the two roommates of his had, but let me break it down for you. What basically had happened was, allegedly what had happened was his roommates had videotaped him having sex with another man, and had posted it online, and he streamed it out to all of these people. Oh my goodness. Okay. That was frightening for a minute there. Oh, okay. Anyways, as I was saying, so they had basically, like, sent out everything, um, to the mass public or to their friends on campus or whomever, and of course he had found out about that and had killed himself the following day. And I just want to say this: you posting something. Well, first of all, just posting, an intimate act between two people. If that's something, if they both are aware of that, and that's something that they want to do, then by all means, go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead and do your thing. Just, you want to keep certain things private, but, I'm just saying, if that's something that you want to do, then by all means, go ahead and do that. But if it's an outside party that videotaping this, and without your knowledge or without your consent, and they sent this out, oh, you best believe, if I find out you were the one getting it, then you were the one that was doing it, I'm gonna get you. I'm just letting it be known. I'm just gonna say it like that. So that's his reason for why, he had jumped off the bridge and, he had killed himself. Now, whether the issue of whether or not he was gay or not seemed to, I guess, yes, that's a part of it, but I think in his case, the bigger issue is as far as privacy. It's because, well, I don't know. I guess a lot of people are having a really big debate about that. There's a really big debate about, well, where do you draw the line? If it was private, if it was an issue about privacy or if it's an issue about sexuality. And I think it's a combination of both. I think that, yeah, if it were a straight couple and and they were participating in something like this, and then that happened, I don't think that really would have made that much of a difference. I think it's still wrong. Yes, you go out and you videotape somebody doing something, or having an intimate moment with whomever, the partner, the boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, without their permission. That's a big thing. That's invading of my private. That's invasion of my privacy. How dare you go along and videotape me without my knowledge, and then you post it on YouTube, or you post it somewhere else, or you post it wherever, or you send it out to whomever. How dare you go along? That's invading my privacy. How would you feel if I did something like that to you? Mm, mm. But I don't think I would, personally, I don't think I would be crazy enough to do that. I should kill myself out over that. Probably might end up killing you, but I'm gonna kill myself. But, we may never know what else was really going on in that guy's head, when he decided this was what he was going to do, and it just was too much for him to handle, and he couldn't take it anymore, and he jumped the bridge. So, I don't know where else. I guess I'm still kind of processing it, because, I just recently heard about that, so that was just like, what, a couple days ago. And then, of course, the story about the two young boys that had killed themselves due to the bullying. And I don't know. I guess this is my question for you guys. Or for at least for some of my gay friends out there that have gone through some similar tormenting and things in high school and middle school. This was, I guess, because the kids are coming out younger and younger and younger now. Like, I'm surprised. Like, wow, you're 9 years old and you know. Okay, well, yeah, I can see how that happened. But still, I mean, it's a bit much, I think, to be, you have to do something like that. It's a little bit drastic. So I guess what my question would be then is, how can we, as a group, as a community, how can we what types of steps do we need to take to try to minimize this, to try to stop these sorts of things from happening? I think it's sad that it had to take a child for us to really start focusing back on that particular issue, bullying in schools and people, doing all sorts of things of that nature, just because of the fact that you're gay or you're perceived to be gay or, or bisexual or transgendered or whatever the case may be, that you should have to be subjected to that type of violence or that type of, bullying. And that it should get to the point where, that person, they just can't take it anymore and they have nowhere to go, no resources, no one to turn to. So it's mm, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like my blase, like, kind of venting it out, because now that I'm really sitting down and I'm really thinking about it and really, like, trying to make sense of everything, because I look back on some of my experiences in high school and in middle school, and yeah, I was bullied, but I don't think it was ever really necessarily because of that. I think it was had more to do with my disability than, my sexuality, and which at the time I wasn't out in high school or through middle school or high school or any of that. So I didn't come out until I started college. So, which was, I think that coming out process was a little bit easier when you're in college, things are a little bit more relaxed, people are a little bit more open-minded than, high school so that kind of, yeah, for me, made a difference. But, I didn't really have that type of extreme bullying type of situation because of that. But for other things, my disability and whatnot, I think maybe that for me was the issue. But back to my point, um, it's just sad, and it's people should not have to be, especially children, should not have to be subjected to that sort of thing and have to be driven to the point where they have to commit suicide because they simply they can't take it anymore. The bottom line is we need to have more things in place, more things need to be done in order to, uh, make these things happen less, or just to stop it altogether. There just need to be more conversation. There need to be more dialogue with the schools and teachers and parents and their children, and to try to make the bridge needs to be connected there somehow, somewhere. We need to come up with something, because this one was bad enough, but to have this many things going on over the course of like the first week, 2 weeks, it's a bit much. It's a lot. But although I do think the guy at the UT, the whole UT situation, I think that was something totally different. But still, with the whole thing of people are getting depressed and they're killing themselves, or they're doing this, or they're going through that. There are resources out there. There are places that you can go, or people that you can talk to. You're having something, or you're going through something. You should be able to go to them and express, and have a place where you can vent and just really and be yourself, and not be so depressed and all up in here. Because the one thing that I've definitely have learned is that if you're going through something and you keep it all inside here and you don't vent it out, you don't release some of that energy in a positive manner, it's just going to sit there and it's going to boil, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse until eventually something's going to have to give, and you're going to reach your limit, and something's going to end up happening, and chances are, more than likely, it's not going to be something good. So, just, to let you guys out there that are watching this for the first time, if you're going through something, there are places, there are organizations out there to help you. There are people out there to help you. Try your friends, your family. If you can't, if those options don't work, at least there's hotlines that you can call. There's actually places and things that you can go to for your PFLAG. Go to pflag.org to go and check out their information, and they can certainly give you some additional resources. The Trevor Project. I mean, there's a bunch of places out there. There's hotlines and things of that nature. So, like I said, get up online and look some things up, and there you go. Wow, I'm just like, wow. Okay, so, but with all of that said and done, I hope these sorts of things will bring more positive attention. We need to this will give us more of an opportunity as a community to come together and really talk about the issues that are really bothering us and things like that, bullying in school and and those sorts of situations. So we really need to have something in place. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, this is absolutely insane. I was actually just talking to another friend of mine when we had a recent potluck, and talking with a girlfriend of mine, and she basically was saying the same things about how at the end of the year, if something